Okay. Likutei Halachot, Hashachar, Hashachar. We are we're holding Mersimon Lamed. Valken be'arvit mevachim shte brachot. That's why in the evening you're making two brachos. Lechal Kriyat Shema. In the morning we're making one bracha, God Israel, after Kriyat Shema. In the evening we're adding two. We also add to God Israel, but also the bracha of flying down and getting up. We should lie down, in peace and get up to good life and peace. When we finish Shema Yisrael, the keeper of his nation, Israel forever. The main principle, or the main emphasis on being strengthening oneself in Emunah, you have to do dafka b'chinas laila v'chosher, in a night in the darkness. This is the exile which resembles night. Because the root of the physical day and night, they come from the root of the day is the holy awareness, the holy knowledge, and the root of night is the holy emunah. That is because das means that you know something. Something is defined for you, and you process it, and you understand it. And emunah is that you accept something as true, even though you don't see it. You don't see it with your own eyes. And so somebody who actually achieves complete emunah, as then according to his bechina laila kiyom yoyim, a night shines like day. The way it is in the dark is the same way that it is when it's light. The darkness will not darken. Will not, even darkness itself will not darken you. If I'm sitting in the darkness, Hashem is my light. Because the ultimate perfection of both knowledge and emunah is when you combine them together. Das and emunah becomes one. So you have to combine the night and day, and the midas yom b'layla, the midas a day and a night, because everything is echad, everything is one. Because the emunah and the awareness, the kedusha are all one. And the knowledge of kedusha are all one. As I said, as I betrothed you in emunah, and you would know Hashem. The person says we spoke a lot about it. Balayla, at night, you don't say kedusha at night, you only say kedusha by day. The kodesh is the mentality, the intelligence of the das. That's primas kodesh. This shines only in the day. At night, this is the time when you strengthen it only in emunah. Then so that's the first bracha that you do at night. You combine day with night, night with day, the emunah with the das, and the das with the emunah. That's the first bracha. Now you have to take all the returns, which is the primal motivator, behind everything, and we connect it to the root of the Ratzon. But this is the eternal love, because the light of the nekuda of the Dalet, which is Shema Yisrael Hashem Echad, with B'chinas Tzadik, This is the Nekuda that connects HaKadosh Baruch Hu to Am Yisrael. And this Nekuda is called, the Rebbe calls it, the love which is beyond days and midos and traits and measures. This is the kind of love that a father has to his children, which is beyond words. You know, your child can be 3,000 miles away, and it doesn't make a difference. You don't love him less. You know, you may think about him less, you know, in your awareness, but in your essence, it's you don't love him any less. Or your parents, or whatever it is. This is called Ahava Shabadas. This is the light of the love in the Das. So at the Das Elyon, in this Nekuda of Dalet, of the Spitz of the Dalet, the Pchinas Tzadik, that's the light of the love, which is above the Yom and the Midas, it's above everything. And that, afterwards, spills down and sweetens all the relationship. Because your children can be annoying, or your wife can be annoying, or your husband can be annoying, whichever. But, so how can you stand it? Because of the light in the Dalet of Dalet the Echad, from there it shines. And this is what I spoke at Eugene's Vort. That was the Nekuda that I spoke about. That's the love. That is the Kutza of the Dalet the Echad. So now we are looking to take the Ritzonos that we had, the day and the night, the moon and the Das, and now we want to connect the Ritzonos. What? Yes. We want to connect the all the Ritzonos to the Hashachar. So what are we saying? So we're saying you said Birkas Ahava Soilom. We said eternal love. We're talking about the love. We're talking about that particular light. So the Hagach Omrim Kriyat Shema. That was the Kriyat Shema. Hagach Birkas Emes ve'Emunah. Then comes the bracha of the Emes and Emunah. Emes and Emunah is again day and night. Emes means das. Emes means that you know what something is. You have fully ascertained and found out what reality is. Once you find what reality is, you know, then this is called emes. Emunah is that you believe. So emes and emunah is day and night again. In the day, you just say that it's true and it's ascertained and it's found and it's defined and it's clear, and this is all Pchinas day, this is all Pchinas das, this is all Pchinas I know. I know it's clear, I know it's stable, I know it's defined, I know it's clear. All those things, it's l'shoinus of das, of I know what it is. It's not a question of belief, it's emes v'yatziv v'nachon v'kayam, it's now, then it is the time of the revelation of the light of the emes. Shizgala be'es geula, that will reveal in the time of the geula, shu b'chinas yom. That is the essence of yom. Aval balayla, by the time b'chinas agolus, az ikachas eschaskus aladei emunah lavad. This is when the eschaskus is only through emunah alone. So b'chinas birkas emes ve'emunah. By night is emes ve'emunah. Our Meshur is also the B'chinas Birkas Geula, B'chinas Pidyon. This is the Gal Yisrael. This is B'chinas the redemption. For Hashem has redeemed Yaakov, you know, and delivered him from the hand of those who are stronger than him. Then we add on to that the bracha of Ashkivenu. What is this which is written in the Torah? And when the Ratzon is being revealed. על ידי צדקה, through the tzedakah. So חוזר ומסגבר מצח הרוצן. Then, why do we have to say Bircot Hashkivenu? After, in that turn, it says that after the Rotzen is being revealed, so there is a resurgence of the Rotzen and Sifrei Acha. They don't want to cover it up. But through the tzedakah, you bring it down. In the Torah that says that the Yom Tovim, the Yom Tovim, all the Amegala, the Rotzen of Hakadosh Baruch Hu, that we said in Siman Daled, in the second part of the Likutei Moharan, that we say that the Heilige Rotzen is being revealed through the Zekenim B'Kedusha. The power of science to sway the mind of the people comes from Zekenim, from the elders that don't add Kedusha every single day. Over there it says that after already the Yom Tovim, the Yom Tovim is Mikra Kodesh, that calls the Kodesh, is Megala the Rotzen of the Kodesh Baruch Hu, that nature is really something that happens only because Hashem wants it to happen in that specific way, and not because there is some kind of a immovable, like a Metzias of its own. It's all Rotzen Elaki. So it says, after Yom Megala the Rotzen and Yom Machnia this, then comes the Metzach HaNochosh, comes the, there's a resurgence of the Sitra Achara that wants to put you down, and that, the Rebbe says in the Torah, you bring down through Tzedakah. Tzedakah is this is what it says like this. You add the bracha of Hashkivenu, which is what is written this in the story, that after the Rotzen is already being revealed, the Metzach HaRotzen comes about, על ידי הצדוקה, אזי, זאת אומרת, על ידי הצדוקה זה חוזר ומסגבר מצח הנוחש להטיל סופק ברוצן. So then, after you give tzedakah again, the Metzach HaRotzen comes about. צריכים להתחזק לחזור ותן tzedakah. Then you have to strengthen and give tzedakah all over again. In other words, it's a fight. There's a strategy to every fight. The fact that you overtook the first round doesn't mean that he's not going to come back in the second round. And the fact that he came out in the second round doesn't mean you should not go out in the third round to beat him. And the fact that, then the derech is when you see that the other one is taking over you, that there's a resurgence. The other one is beating you up or is winning. There's like a last-ditch effort. You throw everything into the all the reserves. You throw into the. So this Torah Dalet, describes that kind of ebb and flow of the battle between the Rotzen, the Kedusha, and the Rotzen and of Zitra Ach, the back and forth that keeps on happening. So you have to give tzedakah again. That's the essence of the war of a Jewish person. In all the times that pass over him throughout the days of his life. Those that are just starting to get into the Kodesh, those that are trying, to get into Kodesh, to come closer to Hashem Yisborach, to two tzaddikim, now those that already was zecher to a redemption, they already got the first step of the Geula, that their Ratzon is now free. It's no longer swayed by the superfluous and the side inyonim of this world. No, you have to have a lot of money, and you have to have all this and that, which takes away your Ratzon and just leads it away from the direction of wanting to get close to Hashem. So some already got a certain bechina of Geula. Sorry. Which is the relation of the Ratzon. That what? They already reach a stage שכבר רצונו וגעגועו וחיסופו לשם יזבח. Now what they want and what they long for is to Hashem יזבח. ומסכוון לה יזבח, and they come close to Hashem יזבח. אבל אחר כך נופלים מזה, but afterwards they fall off from that. וזה הכלל. And there's a guiding principle that Rabbeinu taught us, שכל הישרחקוס והנפילוס, all the falling away, you know, בשורשו נמשך מפגם לאמונס הרוצן. Everything stems from the fact that the emunah, the Kodesh Baruch Hu is the one who runs the world the way he wants it, has been damaged. The Rebbe said, for instance, that the reason why people don't daven, you know, with total fervor and effort and koyach, is because the emunah that Kodesh Baruch Hu is actually listening to them is low. There can be, you're talking to Kodesh Baruch Hu, there is a situation where if you don't believe that somebody is listening to you, even though somebody is listening to you, you know, and you're not aware of it, there are any chayas. On the other hand, you can believe that somebody is listening to you, when in reality, nobody is listening to you. And you feel tremendous chayas. I don't know if it was ever happened to you. I'm sure it never happened to you, but maybe it happened to you. You spoke to somebody on the phone, and the phone was disconnected, and you kept on going. You just like, you already gave a whole schmooze, a soliloquy, like a Hamlet. You know, the second act of Hamlet, you know, it's just a whole monologue. You give, and there's a hello, and then you have to call up and says, where was I? Where did I say last? You know, where did I lose you? So this is the opposite of it. So you're talking to Kodesh Baruch Hu, listen to every single word you say. But since you're not aware in your mind, somebody's listening to you, it can feel like nobody's, so there's no chayas, there's no islahavos, there's no excitement. He says, all the nefilas, everything comes from that nekuda. You fall from emunah, you fall from that emunah, and somebody's listening to you, the Kodesh Baruch Hu is running the world the way he wants it, you know, and nothing is happening by coincidence. And you just trust Hashem. Because, you know, things happen in life, you know, real, quote-unquote, life treats you in certain ways that many times can bring you down. Things are happening not the way you want them. And it seems to you that this is beyond me. There's no way I could handle this. I can't. No, I don't have the capability. Maybe these are lawyers that are suing you, or your wife that is, or your spouse that is badgering you, or your kids that are going up the wall with all kinds of and the minute that you know, with this commensurate degree of your emunah, that everything is under control, not your control, but everything is under control, this much, it's easier for you to handle it. If you believe it's totally the Ratzon Hashem, it's totally what Hashem wants, so there's no problem. Okay, so now it's that way, because Hashem wants to be this way. Question is not why does Hashem want from me, or why is Hashem doing this to me? The only thing you need to find out, what am I supposed to do? What does Hashem want me to do now? The minute you find this is what Hashem wants to do now, you're done, finished. What's going to happen? Whatever Hashem wants is what's going to happen. Nothing else is going to happen except what He wants. That's it. No ifs, ands, or buts. That's it. The stronger your emunah in this, the easier things are. Not only this, the stronger emunah in this, the less you need to do. It's because if you think that you have to lift up everything, you have to, Because it's very difficult. But the stronger your emunah is in the Kodesh Baruch Hu, because Hashem tzilcha l'diminech, it goes both ways. The stronger your emunah, the stronger your connection to Hashem. The more you believe in Hashem, the more Hashem does for you. You know, you don't have to go through the. There's a level that Rabbeinu says that a person can reach a level of emunah that by walking back and forth from one wall to another in his house, he can mechai mason. Just with the emunah alone. So it's all built around this particular all revolves around this fulcrum, the hinge, yeah. Fulcrum, the hinge. The fulcrum is the hinge that, you know, the balance that they used to weigh.
Yeah.
You know, that when you hold it and it goes this way, that way. So this thing that allows it to go this way, that's the fulcrum. That's the
balance.
no, that's the hinge.
Yeah.
But hinge is more like a door. Yeah, fulcrum is the gear, you know, that allows.
Yeah. Delicate.
No, it's not yet. Yeah, what? The delicacy of it is, you know, when you come to judgment, when you're holding the scales of you know, any scales of any kind. So the middle of the scale, there is this apparatus called fulcrum that allows, while you're holding your hands, you know, for this to freely, you know, to sway this way and that way. That's why you can tell, you know, if it's the ways are right. So everything goes around that. So you fall from this because everything comes from Gan Emunah Sarotza, and it's so all this comes. Where does it come? The Rotzen is still not strong enough. And it's the Sitrei Achra, which is the forehead of the snake. That comes from the keser of the Sitrei Achra. It digs and resurges to put a suffix in the Ratzon. Maybe not. You know, maybe. Of course, it is impossible for this, you know, to totally, you know, disbelieve in the Ratzon. Because the Tzaddik Emes already fought him, and Moshe Rabbeinu, and all those that came after him, and won, defeated him. And they revealed the fact that Hashem runs the world the way He wants through all the miracles that they performed in the world. And all the Moshe Rabbeinu, that everything that Moshe Rabbeinu did before the eyes of the entire Israel. The Torah, Kedosha, V'Neimo, and this the highly and sweet Torah that Kodesh Baruch Hu gave us, Bechtav and Baal Peh, and for all the Nevi'im and the Zkanim and Tzaddikim HaKadoshim that came afterwards that revealed this incredible Chidush Torah, you know, absolutely awesome and unbelievable. Achikar Koichoi, the main Koyach, the Sitrei Achra to fight, Im Chalushei Koach B'Shil B'Yisrael, with those that have no Koyach, the weaklings. You and me. This is where, with you and me. No, the Sitrei Achra, he has the courage to fight only against you and me. With the Tzaddik, what can you do? It's with us. So how does he do it? On this Mechina. He puts a suffix in the Ratzon. Do you really want it? Can Hashem really just help, even though a person stopped taking medications? Does it mean that can Hashem actually heal him? or is it already beyond the Koyach Hashem, the hell? This is the Pgam, the damage of the Erev Rav when they made the Egel. And it says, Kizeh Moshe Ish Lo Yadanu Ma'ayalo. This Moshe Ish, we have gotten to the Bechina Shelo Yadanu, we didn't know. Which means we don't know what happened. He's in control, he's under control, we don't know what happened. They put a suffix in the Rotzim, which is the Kedusha of Moshe, that his entire aim is to reveal the Rotzim through Yetzias Mitzrayim and Matan Torah with tremendous, tremendous miracles, until the Erev Rav also could not disbelieve, cannot deny. But they only put a suffix in the Rotzim, we just don't know. Maybe Zeh Moshe Ish Lo Yadanu Ma'ayalo, we didn't know what happened to him. And all this happened, why? Because Moshe Rabbeinu just was a little bit late. The people see that Moshe is just late, that's all. Anybody who wants to pull over, to draw upon himself the emunah of the Rotzim, to save himself from all the trouble. And to fill his all of his is only through this. He has to wait. It's good that somebody that is wishing and craving for the Yeshua Hashem. They did exactly the opposite. They said Moshe is late. Immediately, we don't know. Can Hashem control everything? Is it beyond Hashem's control already? Until the middle of the Zohar. This is exactly the opposite of the emunah of the Rotzim. This already made us suffer whatever we suffered in all the generations that passed from that day. The exile gets longer and longer and longer. Everything comes from the chet of the Egel. In the day that I will redeem you, I shall redeem you. Wait. At Hashem, we will continue tomorrow.